Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Ursinus basketball. Men's basketball season is wrapped up, but Matty Knowles, Scranton Prep product, and Malik Draper, a Scranton product, on that roster. And, of course, two great guys that we got to see here in northeastern Pennsylvania on the high school side. Let's talk about what it's like college life for them. Let's start with you, Malik. You're a junior. Tell us about your experience so far down there at Ursinus.
My experience so far has been very good. It's not a big college, it's a small one, so you really get to meet a lot of people that are in your class. It's not like other schools where there'll be a ton of people you'll never meet, but the environment's very good. Professors very helpful. Just I enjoy it so much. Going to finish up my third year. I really like every minute of it.
Malik, let's talk about the academic side first, then we'll talk about the basketball part. Tell us about what you're studying there at Ursinus.
I'm studying health, exercise, and physiology. It's kind of a branch. You can kind of go with physical therapy, physician assistant. You kind of do you can do a lot with it. So it's I have to take a lot of biology courses, some chemistry courses. So it's kind of a variety of things that you got to do when you're one of those kind of majors.
Well, how about the adjustment? I mean, we cover a lot of high school sports here in northeastern Pennsylvania. We're constantly talking to athletes, whether they're freshmen or sophomores or seniors. And then we talk with some college kids as well. Tell us about that adjustment from high school to college and managing your time. And you're kind of out there on your own. Tell us about that adjustment for you.
Well, the biggest thing is what you just said, is managing your time. Because it's not like when you're in high school, you have your classes one after another. You spread it out, and then your class, you can have one class at 8 a.m., next class 1:30, and then your final class could be at 7. So you really the main part is picking your classes first, and that you have to plan your day around it. Especially if you're a college athlete, it just makes it that much harder. So you got to plan when you're gonna do your work, when you're gonna study, when you're gonna eat, and then it becomes difficult. It's a difficult process, but it gets easier as you go on through your years.
Talking with Malik Draper and Matt Knowles from Ursinus here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's head to the court, Malik. Talk about your experience, and you're doing pretty darn well down there at Ursinus on the court.
Personally, I loved every minute of it. Loved the teammates, the coaching staff, they're all very great. This year we kind of struggled a little bit in the beginning, but we kind of managed to pull through towards the end, but we still kind of fell short at the end of our season. But really, really happy about how our season went and how hard the team has worked to pull our season around after the rough start. I think I've grown a lot since I entered college. Definitely still have a lot more growing to do. Got to better. I got to get better at shooting. That's kind of my weaknesses right now. But accolades, I have nothing big. My freshman year, I was rookie of the year. But besides that, I just trying to be a team player and help my team be successful on the court.
Malik Draper, Matty Knowles joining us here on the John Mendola Show. Malik, how about some of the people in your life that have been important to you, whether it's the people at school or people back home that are kind of helping you through this?
I definitely say family, most important. My mom, she's helped me out a lot through this entire process. Another one of my AAU coach, John Bucci, he's done a lot for me, helping me playing on AAU, getting myself seen by these colleges and ultimately our Ursinus. And I really have to give a lot of thanks to basically my second family, the Morans. That family, they did so much for me. Wouldn't be who I am now without them.
Malik Draper talking about his experience at Ursinus and how he's doing down there. Let's switch over to Matty Knowles now, a Scranton Prep graduate. He's a sophomore. Matt, being down there and having a guy like Malik a little bit ahead of you, I'm sure helped you out a whole bunch.
Yeah, it's definitely been huge for me, having Malik down there. Even in the recruiting process, it was great having him. Just being able to call him, ask him about the school and stuff like that. And he's kind of just been almost like a role model to me in basketball for how hard you have to work to get better and improve your game, because he's really gotten a lot better through his 3 years at college. And I just try to follow him whenever he does like that.
Well, you guys have kind of opened that roadway maybe for some other guys here from northeastern Pennsylvania to head down to Ursinus. I'm sure if recruits are coming down from Northeast PA, they're going to talk to both of you guys. Matty, for you, talk about your experience on the court first and tell us about what you like about the basketball program.
Everything about the program has been great. It's a really close-knit group of guys. We have a lot of really good kids. We have a great coach. And the biggest thing about the program for me is definitely just like the family atmosphere that it brings. The kids on the team, we have a small team, so you become really close with the guys. That's been huge for me. My individual experience on the court, I had a rough freshman year on the playing-wise. I learned a lot. It was actually, looking back, probably one of the best things that happened to me, because it taught me how hard you had to work in order to be successful at the college level. And I definitely had a huge off season in between my freshman and sophomore year, which was kind of driven by my lack of success my freshman year.
How about being able to play with Malik? Because he's at Scranton, you're at Prep, and he's a year older. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Yeah, it's been really cool. We played AAU together, so we had played together before. But going from being kind of rival high school to teammates is definitely a really cool thing. I think we've definitely our games complement each other very well. We're two different types of players. Obviously, that kind of coming from two different high schools with two different styles. So I definitely think I play a little more on the outside. I shoot a little more threes, where Malik is more like penetrates the lane and stuff like that, and more scores and driving to the basket. So when teams prepare for us, I think that having two different players that play on the wing in different ways is definitely harder, I guess.
And Matt, how about for you academically? Tell us about the major and how you're doing there.
I'm a business and economics major, and thinking about minoring in media and communications. I love my classes. Like Malik said, it's a small school, so classes are usually 15 to 20 kids. I've developed a lot of relationships with students through class and teachers, obviously. Teachers are great, just like office hours. Always welcome to go to the office and learn if you're not understanding something. And I've developed a lot of great relationships with my professors just because that small, close-knit community that Ursinus has.
Matty Knowles from Scranton Prep, Malik Draper out of Scranton. Hey, anybody looking to head to Ursinus, these guys will tell you all about it, especially that basketball program. Gentlemen, I want to thank both of you for your time, and I wish you well in your future endeavors, and look forward to hearing from you next year before the basketball season gets underway.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, you got it. Matt Knowles, Malik Draper from your Ursinus. Let me try that again. Sorry, guys. Matty Knowles and Malik Draper from Ursinus here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.